Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Baltimore Orioles. John Shabby on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, the number one thing to discuss is just how lopsided this series has been. You know, you get to this point of the season, Boog, and you expect both teams to be on pretty even ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. But hey, coming back to win the series has been done before. And we'll be back for the first pitch right after this. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Kiara Williams. Chris, what are you looking for from her?
One of the keys for her today is being able to change speed. You know, the ball doesn't come from a high angle, so it can be a little flat crossing the zone. She needs to create some deception with her pitches. Maybe pause a bit, slow down, speed up, and force this lineup to guess the timing instead of settling into a consistent rhythm.
We go to the bottom of the first, and into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. Going away. There's the swing and a miss. 0-2. Strike 3 on the foul tip.
Batting second, the second baseman, Matt.
So up next, Matt McClain. There's the strike. One out, base is empty.
No ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
The shortstop, Henderson.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Sways through that. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball. Sends it across to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing here this half. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. It's the Braves 1 and the Orioles nothing. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Kiara Williams. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. See you later. So she goes the opposite way with that one, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. That's her third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This player is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Such an incredible swing right there on that breaking ball away. Did an incredible job of keeping the hands back, letting it travel. And boy, she just hammered that. Recognized the break, kept her front foot down. Weight didn't transfer until the exact time. An excellent backspin to carry it over the fence.
Williams back to work. Anthony Santander leading things off and takes a strike. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone.
Oh, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team.
Took that screwball up there and got him to swing through it. It's kind of part changeup, part curveball, a reverse curveball, I guess. And clearly it's got some good movement on it. We just don't get to see a good one very often, so it's kind of fun to see. And that was a great one right there.
Here's Rowdy Tellez. Check swing, called strike.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss there.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Already 3 strikeouts here in the early part of the start, so I think the hitters further down in this lineup might need to take notice, take some notes, share some information. Got to bring a better plan to the plate or else it's going to be a really difficult game. Disrupt this pitcher. Do something to get her out of her rhythm.
Two outs. That one outside. And 1-1. Just missed. In there at the knees for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is down low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as she tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And she strikes out the side here in the second. So they go quietly there. We played 2 full. It's the Braves 2 and the Orioles nothing. The 4th game of the World Series. And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Cowser launched a homer in his most recent game. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. clips a corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when she's out there on the hill.
Cut out and miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for her on the mound.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now it's going to be Yainer Diaz. One down, base is empty. Slice down the right side. The 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're...
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Going, gone. And they're chipping away. It's 3-1.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So the lineup flips over. Digging in, Jordan Westberg. Right through there for a strike. Westberg hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's a former Gold Glover in the American League. Strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Outside corner, got him looking. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. 3 innings in the books here in Game 4. It's the Braves 3 and the Orioles 1.
Next to Atlanta, the designated hitter, Kiara Williams.
Yeah, that's outside. Yeah, a foul ball. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Ripped on a line to center. Siri makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the inning, and into the box for Baltimore, Matt McClain. That's a strike thanks to the sweeper.
You know, these Orioles just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
2 strikes.
Check swing. Now to look down to first. He went around, says Rusty Valentine.
Now batting.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. That one's in there. It's 0-1.
She's got a great feel for her breaking ball today.
The Orioles down by a pair here in Game 4 of the World Series. Fans There's another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
She made pretty quick work of them right there. And you look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some players are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Anthony Santander at the plate. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. On the ground to first. France steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Braves 3 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Williams back to work. That's too low, and that's ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Gonna count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
This one popped up. Albies makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Kobe Mayo will hit next. Struck out swinging his first time. And that drops in for a strike. The Orioles trailing by 2, last half of inning number 5. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that K brings her into double digits for the game.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. She should be able to rack up some more before she's done in this one. And there are not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what she's offering out there.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Oh, great grab on the dive. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Williams went deep in her most recent game. Missed with a changeup. 1-0. That one fouled off. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in Game 4 of the World Series.
Well, pretty clear to me, she's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
2 on, 2 outs. Good job to fight that one off.
I wouldn't throw her another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. She's having a hard time catching up.
And that one is lifted in the air. Santander sizing this one up. He's got it, and that is that. One run in the fourth game of the World Series. And the batter now, Yainer Diaz. Diaz, 29 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
When a pitcher's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into her pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what she's offering that day.
And strike two.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what she does.
Got him. And she keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11.
Now batting.
And now it's Jose Siri. He's already homered here in this one. There's a strike.
Time's starting to run out for this offense, isn't it, Boog? I mean, it's not easy to play in a must-win game, especially when you're losing. Their season is on the line, and they know it.
The Orioles trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Struck him out looking.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1.
2 outs. Ripped on the ground to second. Sends it to first. And the Orioles set down in order. Offense held in check there. Game 4 heads to the 7th inning now. It's the Braves 4 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Swings through that one for strike one.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And that's in the dirt. Got him swinging.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Henderson in the box now. No balls and a strike. Strike two.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if she can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Chris, third time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, she's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
2 down, base is empty. Anthony Santander, the next to hit for the Orioles. There's the strike. 2 down, nobody on. Late here in game 4. Next offering is in for a strike.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Swing and a miss. And she strikes out the side for the second time today. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're down 5-1.
Now back.
And next is the designated hitter, Kiara Williams. She launched the solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for this team early on. Definitely helped them get off on the right foot.
And first offering is fouled off. Cano, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. France leads off first with 1 away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the 8th, and into the box for Baltimore, Rowdy Tellez. Williams back to work. On the ground to the left, Caballero. Jump throw on the money. Nice play.
Now back. The designated hitter,
Kobe Mayo getting ready to hit. Both 2 in this one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. The Orioles down by 4 here in game 4 of the World Series. And down on strikes he goes. So she gets yet another strikeout, 16 so far.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Cowser in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Comes up empty.
She's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And add another K. That's number 17. What a game. Nothing across here this half. We're through 8 full here in game 4. It's the Braves 5 and the Orioles 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Now the Orioles catcher, Yainer Diaz. Right through there for a strike. And that's in for a strike. 0-2. Chop to the right side. France steps on first for the out.
Now batting. The center fielder, Jose.
She's 2 outs away. And next for the Orioles, Jose Siri. And that drops in for a strike.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
Now batting, third base.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a groundout. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit. into right field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
McClain, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. The Braves leading by 4 late here in Game 4. And that's it. They are World Series champions.
Congratulations to the World Series champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these players. I know the fans back in their hometown. Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such an amazing reception when they return home.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Singleton and our outstanding crew, I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.